Hello, and welcome back to Project Filmography, where I'm going through my list of movies that I like from 1920 to 2020, one by one, in chronological order, in collage form. In this episode, we're entering into the late 1920s, a time when cinema was stretching its imagination to new heights and new depths. The 5 films here are Metropolis, Sunrise, A Song of Two Humans, Wings, The Passion of Joan of Arc, and Un Chien Andalou. Together, they mark the end of silent cinema, and the moment when it made its final, most beautiful noise. Fritz Lang's Metropolis from 1927 opens on a city divided. The workers toil underground while the elite live in glittering towers above. When Frieder, the son of the city's ruler, falls in love with a woman from below, he begins to see the cruelty of his father's creation. The story becomes a battle between human empathy and mechanical order, ending in both destruction and hope. What's incredible to me is how Metropolis seems to predict both the totalitarian regimes that would soon rise in Germany and the endless fascination cinema would have with the machine, from Blade Runner to The Matrix. Its Art Deco sets and monumental scale make it feel like the last dream before the century woke up. Released the same year, F.W. Murnau's Sunrise tells a similar story. Tempted by a city woman to murder his wife, a farmer rows out to the lake, ready to do it. But when he sees her terror, he breaks down. They spend the rest of the day wandering through the city, rediscovering their love in simple acts, getting their photo taken, watching a wedding, sharing a dance. It's a story about redemption, told through pure visual poetry. No intertitles needed. The camera glides like a ghost, and you can feel Murnau's mastery of movement from Nosferatu and The Last Laugh evolving into something more tender. It's one of the first films to show how light and shadow can express emotion without a single word. William Wellman's Wings brings us to the skies of World War I, the first major war film to win an Oscar, and still one of the most daring. It follows 2 American pilots, Jack and David, who start as rivals but become brothers in the air. What stands out to me are the aerial shots, cameras mounted on actual planes, actors flying and shooting in midair. You can see the beginnings of modern action filmmaking here, decades before Star Wars or Top Gun. But underneath the spectacle is a sadness, a waste of youth in war, and how technology turns heroism into machinery. Then, in 1928, Carl Theodor Dreyer's The Passion of Joan of Arc narrows the focus to a single face, Renée Jean Falconetti as Joan. The film covers only her trial and execution, told almost entirely in close-ups. Her tears, her trembling lips, the cruelty of her inquisitors, it's all shown in stark black and white, with no sets, no spectacle, just human faith and human cruelty. It's one of those rare films that feels more like a prayer than performance. The intensity foreshadows the work of Robert Bresson and Ingmar Bergman, and the restrained realism seen in more contemporary films. When Joan is burned at the stake, the tragedy feels larger than time itself, the pain of every soul ever judged for purity of belief. And finally, in 1929, Louis Buñuel and Salvador Dali give us Un Chien Andalou. 16 minutes of surrealism. Ants crawling from a hand, a razor slicing an eye, a dead donkey on a piano. There's no plot, no logic, just a stream of images meant to shock the conscious mind and liberate the subconscious. It's as if cinema itself is dreaming, breaking away from storytelling into pure association. Its radical imagery can be traced through to the work of David Lynch and other visionary directors who followed. The final wordless scream before sound took over. Looking back, these films feel like the last sparks before the storm. The Great Depression was about to begin. Sound was about to arrive. But in the silence, filmmakers found a way to express everything: faith, guilt, desire, flight. From the somber dreams of Metropolis to the tender grace of Sunrise, from the noise of war in Wings to the silence of Joan's suffering, and the chaos of Un Chien Andalou, the late 1920s gave cinema its soul, and then set it free. Thank you for watching this episode of Project Filmography, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!